Yango Ads presents.
Can you please give our audience your top 3 places in Phuket?
I don't really want to share my secret places.
This is Growth Chats, our new video series about AdTech. I am Victoria Rossi from the Yango Ads Asia team, and today we're going to speak with the Phuket Tourism Association, an organization that markets Phuket globally. Our guests came all the way from Thailand to talk to us today about marketing, travel, and the Russian tourists. Sawadee ka! Today we're here with the Phuket Tourism Association. So could you please introduce yourselves and your association and its role in marketing the beautiful island of Phuket?
My name is Thanawat Ongcharoen. I'm the Vice President of Phuket Tourism Association.
And I'm Karn Aikwanich. I'm the Secretary General of Phuket Tourism Association.
Yeah, our association has been established for 40 years, and we are acting like marketing arm of our beautiful island. We do many road show and trade shows, more than 10 events around the world.
So how is the tourism in Phuket today? Like what's the sentiment? Who is coming? What countries do you see the most?
I think for now, tourism has bounced back, since COVID, everything got shut down. And for Phuket, we have been growing and growing. We are one of the first destination in Thailand that reopens, which allows Thailand to reopen itself to tourism. For Phuket, we have been growing annually, year on year. And we are seeing a lot of Russian, of course, who visit Phuket and to Thailand, and also Chinese and Australians among the top 3 visitors to Phuket at the moment.
That's very interesting to know. How about Kazakhstan? Do you see any Kazakh tourists?
Yes, Kazakhstan is our big fan customer as well. The 80% of Kazakhstan has been in Thailand. They go to Phuket.
So if you talk about Russian-speaking tourists, what can you tell us about them? What do they like? Where do they stay? Any fun facts?
I think it's different between different countries. I think for Kazakhs, I just came back from Kazakhstan just only last month. I think for them, I think that there are younger generations who are traveling to Phuket. That's the trend that we are seeing. I think both Kazakhs and Russians and Uzbeks, they tend to stay in Thailand for a very long time. 14 to 21 days. The length of stay is quite long. Right? Yeah. And I think with Russians, a lot of them are traveling to Thailand, of course, and coming in big family, and that's something that we have been seeing in the past. Yeah.
Phuket was very safe and very convenient, right, with a very shallow sea and predictable weather. If we talk about Russian tourists, and you could describe the Russian-speaking tourists or say Russian tourists in 3 words, what would that be?
Surprisingly, I think they are family, big family coming, and then they are loyal.
Loyal, okay. So
yes, to the destination that which they like, and they drink a lot.
Okay, and it's not about water, right? It's about something else. Well, could you think of any surprising requests that a Russian guest would have that would surprise the Thai population of Phuket, or something that was not very well understood at the beginning, but I'm sure you're already very used now. Like what?
For me, what's interesting is that when Russians travel to Thailand, I would say they would like to explore the local cuisine, local food. But one thing that surprised me is that how often they ask for Russian food in Thailand. I think that's something that I never expected. But even more surprising to me, there are a lot of Russian restaurants in Phuket.
So
a lot of
Russian
options.
Right? So
yes.
They come in all the way to Thailand, and then after a while they want to eat the Russian food.
Yeah, I think they miss home as well. But with Phuket, we have a lot of cuisine, international cuisines, and Russian cuisines are one of them. Right. A lot of choices for the tourists that they can go to and enjoy.
Yeah. In addition, so Phuket is we awarded to be a city of gastronomy. So in a short period, you will see we mix Russian food to Phuket food in the short future, and worry free for Russian tourists to come. So you will have variety of food in Phuket.
That is so true. I've noticed in many hotels they would have a special Russian corner in the breakfast menu, or at least a couple of dishes. Mostly probably for the kids, but I don't know. I guess for adults as well. And we found it's an important selling point for a hotel to mention that they have some Russian food availability. It like really wins the heart of the tourists from this part of the world. Okay, so how about we talk about like maybe marketing strategies for Phuket. So we live in a very dynamic time. Also, I think the COVID made travel much more expensive, right? People take maybe more time to think about their decision, where they would like to go. So in your experience, what did you see works in terms of what channels work for your hospitality industry the most? What are they using?
In terms of communication to the customer or Russian speaking, I prefer, I think it's the best way to communicate is the search engine and also the Telegram,
Right.
which are the most accessible to the Russian speaking country here. And also I think the video type, like in Kazakhstan, you can use YouTube. That would be the great choice to do. And also communicating through the travel agency, also one of the important way to do it as well.
So you have to balance all the channels, right, and communicate different points. We noticed from our data that, for example, the travelers from the CIS markets really like to see the beautiful room of the hotel. That is the top priority, while the guests from Russia would like to see the beach and maybe some historical or cultural attraction nearby. So they just don't want to spend all the time at the ocean. They also want to see something. And I think that is the request that the Russian traveler will also often ask to a hotel, like where is some interesting stuff to see, which is not food, is some, temple or some historical site, something that they can learn about the culture. So let's talk about tourism sector and how important is it for Phuket in general, right? Because it obviously affects the life of pretty much everybody, right, on Phuket. So what can you say, how important are the tourists for real estate, for airlines, for shopping malls? Like, does Phuket Tourism Association do something together with the hospitality players to promote the island, to create some campaigns? Like, can you tell us a little bit about that, please?
Actually, our association, we consist of hotels, DMZ, and also the restaurant. Every career that involving with the tourists, they are members of association, and it's surely that our economics of Phuket is 90% depends on tourists.
90%.
And that's why we are trying to gathering all the sectors together to work. And we do like the 10 pillars to create the Phuket economy to grow. For example, one of the pillars, international school. They are one of the important education sector for international. And the real estate is also the side part that get the benefit from tourists. When they come and they want to stay longer, like especially Russian tourists, they turn into a resident like 6 months or a year. So many of them are doing online career. So they just stay, bring their kids to international school. Yeah, so that's why our economics has like a lot of cycling and based on the tourists.
I think with Phuket, we have been dependent on tourism for the past 30 years or so. Initially, we started as a mining town and then turning into agriculture and then now into tourism. And that has been the key pillars of Phuket for the past 30 years. And as we have grown so much in tourism, it's not just about hotels and resorts and attractions. It's all about the other businesses that support the main tourism business as well. And just adding on to what Kun Thanawat mentioned earlier, we also do a lot of trainings for people who work in hospitality, not just in Phuket, in Thailand, and for overseas as well. We do have international collaboration with universities around the world in sending student trainees to come and train in Phuket because we have world-class five-star resorts here, which can train a lot of people. And in turns, that is an export product of Phuket as well.
Yeah, Asian hospitality, especially Thai hospitality, I think it's a world brand. If you think of a place, how to teach people to work in hospitality, like Thailand has the best standards, and I think the best.
And brands like Banyan Tree and Aman actually started with
Yes,
Phuket.
the Manpuri
Yeah.
and the first hotel, correct. There's one in Bangkok now as well. So what would you advise the businesses that are not hotels, but also want to attract, let's say, Russian CIS guests to their premises? Like, how would you advise them to market themselves? What's the best practice?
I think with now, people have a lot of choices, and with COVID, make things a lot more difficult for them to decide. Influencers and are the key players in the market right now. I think the ability for them to have the exposure out there, inviting people in to showcase what their business is about, what their restaurant is, what their spa is all about. I think that is one important aspect. And having that visual going out there, social media plays very important key amongst the new generation of travelers at this point. So I think that is one important aspect that I recommend every business should have.
And in addition to him, last time we do the workshop for Yandex ad as well. I think the real estate also really interesting in search engine for the Russian speaking, and also like Telegram ad as well. They are really play a good role in attracting customer.
Information. We do see that for some travel technology that we have a piece that is called Stories from the Locals, which is authentic personal experience of visiting the destination. And whatever they do there, they can advise of like what to do and what not to do. Also very important. I think the Russian-speaking tourists, they had a moment where they were doing a lot of things they shouldn't be doing in Thailand, but I think this is over also largely to people sharing this information, saying, okay, this is what the rules of the country, please respect them, educate yourself, like be nice, wear proper clothes when you're in temple, like don't feed the monkeys, right, those things like that. So true. What do you think makes Russians come back? Because you said a lot of people are actually even moving to Phuket, right, and choosing it as a winter destination. I think a winter.
I think there are several things that bring them back. Like every year, like the weather is really nice in Phuket, and also the cost of living, our hospitalities, our willingness to open up for Russian to stay in Phuket, and in Phuket, I think we are multicultural destination for everyone. So everyone who come to stay feel comfortable because as our resident Phuket people, we open up for everyone to stay. We accept the differences and we understand everyone.
Yeah, I think we are very open-minded people, and we always welcome guests, and we see people who visit Phuket as guests to our house, basically. And I think with that mentality, I think everyone who visits Phuket feels welcome. And once they are welcome, I think they would like to return.
So what is the future for Phuket? Looking forward, what do you hope for in 2025? High season is coming, right? How do you want to, what name would you like to give to Phuket on the global stage and also for the Russian-speaking audience?
Okay, I think for the outgoing this high season, it's going to be a busy season as last year. But one more thing that we would like to add it on is the sustainability aspect.
Right.
Like for the environment, we have to accept that our island is very famous because of our environment, our beach, our nature, that we have to being together with also the traveler as well to help contain the environment to preserve it.
Our main international marketing campaign right now is Phuket Endless Discovery. So that basically means there are a lot of things that you can explore in Phuket. So one thing is that we are a year-round destination. I think with Russians in particular, I think Phuket is a winter destination. So they always travel to Phuket for the 3 or 4 months in winter. But actually, there's a lot that you can do, and I think a lot of Russians are realizing that now. That we are seeing regular flight continues into summer seasons as well.
Yes, it never stops.
Yeah, it never stops, and more flights are coming. So I think that is really excellent to see. And also, there are a lot of activities that you can do in Phuket. I think pre-COVID, people were staying in Phuket for 4 to 7 days, and because of Phuket, because of COVID, because of Phuket Sandbox, I think that's really opens up for the 14-night stays and for the guests to able to explore more of Phuket, and they made them realize that there's a lot of activities that they can do in Phuket for the long length of stay.
All right, talking about why the best attractions of Phuket, can you please give our audience your top 3 places in Phuket? Your top favorite places. Karn, you go first.
I don't really want to share my secret places.
Something that we can.
No, but actually, I think my number 1 would be Phuket Old Town. That is a place that has really developed a lot over the past 3 or 4 years. Now you can spend a whole day in Phuket Town, enjoying the different cafes, try out coffees. We are very famous for the coffee in Phuket Old Town. There are temples that you can explore in the Phuket Old Town as well. So I think that would probably be my first recommendation. My second one is Nui Beach. I think most people don't really know what that is. It's a tiny beach down south of Phuket near Lam Prom Thep, which is the most beautiful sunset spot in Phuket. Yanoi is just a little bit off to that. You can rent kayak from the beach and you can sail out and enjoy sunset in that area. And probably the last one is Patong. I think your trip wouldn't be complete with a good night out in Patong. Recently, we have many new beach clubs opens up, and I think that is perfect for you to spend the evening. And when it gets late at night, a lot of nightclubs in Bangla, along Bangla Street. That's a world famous place, and I think something that everyone should visit at least once in their life, and enjoy a good night out in Bangla.
Oh, I think our audience is going to bump into you there, hopefully. How about you, Thanawat? What's your top
For
3?
me, I think people went to the famous beaches in Phuket, but they are small one, like unlike Yanui, but in Ao Yon. It's on the east coast of Phuket. The east coast is undiscovered yet for the tourists, but it's really small. You can relax and enjoy drinking on the beach. That's really nice and silent. Not a lot of tourists there. I think it's one of my favorite to go with my family. And also the second one would be the same Phuket Old Town because my house is nearby them. There's always have a new cafe and lifestyle in Phuket Old Town. You can spend like even haven't gone back to the Phuket Old Town for a month. There will be a new thing to explore. It's lively town. It's really nice. And also another one on the west coast, but at the north, is Naiton Beach. That's really quiet as well. And also many developments on Naiton has been a newly hotel open nearby airport. That would be a really nice beach as well.
All right, so no Bang Tao, right? Because there's probably too many Russian tourists there.
No. Everybody know the beach. I would like them to extend to go to Undiscovery, Phuket Endless Discovery. You see, we have many places to go.
Can you tell us about the beautiful jackets that you're wearing? I can recognize the Phuket Tower Clock, Phuket Town Tower Clock, right? Which is a beautiful landmark, and it's a great way to promote it. Can you tell us about the brand?
So actually, this one is made by local Phuketian here in Phuket. So this is a design which, as you say, represent the Phuket Clock Tower, the iconic yellow clock tower, right in the middle of Phuket Old Town. This is custom made, especially for PTA. This brand is called Yayi brand, which is they have the their shop right in the city in the heart of Phuket Old Town. It's a Peranakan style, which is unique to Phuket region.
The owner is one of our committee as well, so you will see a new suit for us.
So yeah,
Coming.
you can see Phuket Tourism Association is really embracing everybody, right? Any business can be part of it. Well, it looks beautiful and it's a great way to promote destination. I'm sure you get a lot of questions from people on the street or your travel agency. Okay, last thing, this is your chance to speak directly to the Russian-speaking audience. What would you say to them right now?
Yes.
About Phuket?
I would like to say that we are really welcome for Russian tourists to come. Our destination has a lot of interesting things to explore, and our campaign is Phuket Endless Discovery. So we still have some hidden gems that haven't tell you yet. You have to explore it by yourself. Please come, and we are very welcome.
Come now.
Well, I would say that we are a group of Phuket locals who want to spread the love of Phuket to the whole world. I think I fell in love with Phuket, and there's a lot of different things that you can do and explore and enjoy while you're spending your time in Phuket. I'm a Phuket local, born and raised, and I want to share to the world, especially to Russian tourists here, of the beautiful memories, the beautiful time that I have in Phuket, and I would like to show that to everyone who visits Phuket and able to get them to experience the same feeling that I have.
Thank you very much for sharing that. I'm sure you got a lot of bookings happening right now. People looking for their flights. There's a lot of direct flights to Phuket from a lot of Russian cities, as we know. So, and as you said, it's an all year round destination. So there's no such thing as a bad weather especially if you live in some really, really far part of Russia where you just came from, right? Thank you very much for joining us today and sharing your insights about Phuket, the beautiful city. Thank you very much.
ขอบคุณครับ
Sawadee ka.